Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca and today we're doing some repotting and checking on some propagations and making some more propagations. So I went shopping for my birthday a couple days ago. My birthday was March 31st. I was like just, popping around the garden center. I also went to Target and had a little shopping moment as well. But when I went into the garden center, I wasn't expecting much, but I do always go to the houseplant section just in case. And you guys, as you can see, I found another huge Fittonia, and this is my favorite type of Fittonia. I don't remember the exact version that it is, but this says it's a, oh yeah, it actually says it. It says a Fittonia argyronera. I don't think I'm saying that right, but anyway, it's on the screen. And this is my favorite type of Fittonia. All other types of Fittonia don't really do it for me. So a while ago, I was able to find one of these at Walmart. It was slightly smaller, and I ended up potting it into this huge pot that I have custom made from Terravita. They asked me if I wanted them to make me a pot for my Fittonia, and I was like, yes. So I had it in here for, I want to say like a year and a half. And I went home to see my family for Christmas and the plant did not make it. Now, Fittonia die. It just happens. I don't know. I was pretty sad because it was so big and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to find another big one. But lo and behold, after about 4 months of waiting, I found one and I'm so happy that I did. And I know that Fittonia are not a popular plant among the houseplant people. Like most people are like, no, I'm done. I can't handle the diva. But that is like honestly what I love about her. It's the plant that really taught me how to take care of houseplants. And so for that reason, she is always gonna be in my heart. And I feel like I will always find a reason to have a Fittonia in my home. Also, it is getting a lot harder to sit down here with my bump. Like it's just really uncomfortable. So I think my days of repotting right here might be limited. I'm gonna have to figure out another situation, maybe like a chair and a little bit of a taller table. I don't really know. Last time I potted a Fittonia in this big pot, people were kind of concerned that it was too big for it. I, for one, was not worried in the least bit. And actually, when the previous plant died, all of the roots were like completely filling the pot, which is crazy because when I planted it, it was maybe like right here. Okay. Oh, you guys, that is so perfect. It looks so good. So I think my main trick for keeping Fittonia looking really nice is giving it quite a bit of light. It is advertised as a low light plant. And the smell of the soil right now. People think that they can put it in like a really dark corner of their house and then it gets really stretchy and leggy and it's just not very pretty. But the reason that it's considered a low light plant is because it is a creeper and it grows across the bottom of the ground. And so with the last one that I had it in a south window and it was so happy. Basically, it started growing completely flat and that just totally made it, I don't know, it was just like a totally cool dynamic. It looked really, the growth was really compact and tight and it just made it a really dynamic and standout plant in my opinion. Our Queen Fittonia is restored and I'm so excited to see this one grow. Okay, the next plant I'm repotting is this silver string of hearts, which I just think is so beautiful. I've never had a silver one, but it's a plant that I have realized recently that I really like because it is super, super easy to care for. Number one, it doesn't really need much from you. I just said in another video when I was talking about my variegated string of hearts that I forget about it all the time and it's still growing and it is still looking really good. They're really easy to propagate. This one is like tangled in this hook here. I did grab this one for my plant wall because I am slowly trying to fill that up, have all of the spaces filled, and I'm pretty much focusing mostly on those more drought tolerant plants because generally I don't have a lot of capacity to add even more plants to that situation, but I want it to be, oh wow, this is like very thick. I feel like it was wrapped up and then rerouted back into the pot. Anyway, I'm trying to focus on things that don't need as much like maintenance and care, because the wall is a big responsibility, obviously, and I don't want to add more responsibility to my plate, but I also want it to be filled because I feel like it kind of looks weird not filled. I honestly don't think I can untangle this. That is the thing about string of hearts, is that when they get tangled, it's like you're done. It's gonna take a really long time to undo that. So I don't even know if it's worth it, to be honest, because it just looks like super full. But I bet this would be like extremely long if I did undo it. And it's actually probably a little bit too small for this pot, to be honest with you. I wish that I had a little bit bigger of a pot that could go on the wall, but I don't think I do. But there is some room at the bottom for it to grow more. But like as far as like the sides go, she is pretty well filled in. But I'm just gonna add a little. That's what we're working with. I think that looks really pretty, and it would probably be really long if I untangled it. I'm not being gentle enough and I keep dropping leaves, but yeah, looks good.
Let's talk about today's sponsor, Green Chef. Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic company with options for every lifestyle, including keto and paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. And as part of their commitment to sustainability, Green Chef is supporting reforestation in partnership with One Tree Planted. And for a limited time, Green Chef will plant 1 tree for every box sold. So if I haven't said it enough, I do not consider myself a good or experienced cook, but it feels so good to be able to bring home all of these new flavors to my table with Green Chef's delicious and nutritious recipes. They're easy to follow and obviously delicious. As a bonus to these amazing flavors, Green Chef saves me time by taking care of my meal planning, grocery shopping, and most of the prep work week after week. But what I love most about Green Chef is their pre-made and pre-measured sauces, dressings, and spices. They have so many that I would never find on my own or think to use together. Like today, how I used turmeric on the couscous. It was amazing. So if you're interested, you can use my code DailyPlants60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. And for a limited time, Green Chef will also plant 1 tree for every box sold with the organization One Tree Planted in honor of Earth Month. So go to greenchef.com for more details.
It is usually at this stage of propagation that I check on the roots, and because I'm rooting all of these in sphagnum moss, it's pretty easy to take the plant out and check it out without really disturbing too much, especially if that moss is wet. I just watered these. So this is a mid cutting. Oh, we definitely, this is one of the cons of spag. Oh, check it out. Do you see that white root right here? So they have rooted, and this feels strong. I thought it was like squishy for a second, but it actually does feel pretty good. Okay, so we're just going to basically put all of that back, and there's a lot of water left in here. Hold on, I think I can squeeze it into this. This is the one that I'm like really hoping does well. This is my top cutting, and this one I'm going to be potting back into the original like mother plant, because the original mother plant is, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't look bad by any means, but oh, she is not rooted at all. Okay, so she needs more time. As you can see, there's the 2 roots, and neither spot has done anything quite yet. And the last one here is another mid cutting. This one isn't rooted as much, but it has like that white tip right here. That's good progress. It's only been a couple of weeks. I really just need to be more patient. I feel like they have rooted faster in the past, but I think I just need to hold my horses and be a little bit more patient. But definitely that first piece was the most developed so far. And I'm glad to see just like anything happening on them. This one is a little concerning with nothing happening on it. I don't love that, but hopefully she will pull through and do something. We're gonna keep it moist. I have them in my greenhouse cabinet, so they're getting lots of humidity. My greenhouse cabinet has been like a consistent 75 to 80% humidity since I put in all of those plants, which is really great. So I am going to now go grab a plant to do some fresh propagations, and then we're gonna say goodbye. This is the plant that I want to propagate. This is my variegated Epipremnum pinnatum, and it is like really outgrown this growing situation, and I want to just encourage it to stay compact. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut it maybe like right here. There we go. And this is like a whole plant, but I'm gonna cut it into pieces, and hopefully this will branch and still live on this situation, because I like this a lot. I like the way that it looks, but it just outgrew it so fast. I'm going to be rooting it with some sphagnum moss. I am actually getting to the bottom of this moss, which I did not think would happen so fast, but such is spring and propagation season, I guess. I like to cut just like right above the node right here. So I'm gonna have 2 leaf cuttings for these, just because, I don't know, I have so many leaves and I don't need to have like a million cuttings of this plant. And then this one will be a 1 leaf section. And I could easily do some wet stick propagation with this, but I don't really want to be honest. I really don't feel like it because I have a lot of other things going on that are just like slightly more exciting. So I'm actually gonna use this pot, and I'm just gonna stick all of these in here, obviously with the sphagnum moss. But I need to wet it first because it's dry. It might look kind of funny. It's like all twisted and stuff, which is just because of the way that it was growing on that wood plank. I'm gonna shift the leaves to be towards the outside though, so it's not like necessarily resting on like the moist spag. If I can, this leaf kind of wants to have a mind of its own. I don't know if we'll be able to drain this one out. Oh, there we go. And this cutting is really cool. It has some awesome like fenestrations on it. It's really cool. These are like way more mature leaves than I would have expected from a plant of that size. But I think because it was on the plank, it just got really mature really fast, which is great. And then our last one, which is super small, but it has a beautiful variegated leaf. I'm just going to shove that right down the middle. I feel like this pot is even a little bit too big for all of this. Like, I know that I just did the work of putting all that in there, but I might just grab it and put it in this smaller pot because it just feels kind of big. There we go. I feel like you couldn't see what I just did, but yeah, that feels a lot better. We've got our new plant. I'll probably end up sharing these with people. There is a plant swap coming up in my area at the end of the week, and I don't know, I might bring some of these, but let them know that it's unrooted. I don't really know. We'll see. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, doing some plant chores, doing some repotting, showcasing my new plants I'm so excited about. And if you haven't checked out Green Chef already, they're linked in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and check out my vlog channel. I always have that linked in the description box below. If you're interested in seeing garden content or just general life content, I'm posting over on my vlog channel weekly. So I will see you guys over there. If not, more videos here. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.